Hey, some people here already. Say hi, let me know you're here and how we are feeling on this Saturday. Hi, Jolene. Hi, AJ. Alright, I'm just going to share this. Hey, Brooke. Wondering how we're all feeling. Wondering if you got questions. AJ from India, love it. Anyone else here from around the world? Lots of stuff going on in the world at the moment. Lots of, isn't it interesting? I was just reading something on Elizabeth Peru saying, she said something about your thoughts and stuff, like our thoughts and stuff affect the cosmic, affect the weather, right? Because we're living, breathing beings, just like anything, like we create the weather too. You're feeling like running amok, like partying and running amok, do you mean? Like having fun, is that what you mean? Always people that are joining me live, say hi and let me know where you are from around the world. I know a few of you on the coast here, but would love to know where else you're from. So yes, running amok, feeling like having fun, good. Wondering if you can do that and how you can do that. It's important to honour those feelings. So yeah, it was interesting about just quickly seeing that before I jumped on live stream, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was just tuning in then and I was like, oh, you know, like that big hurricane over Florida, and then, you know, there's other stuff going on in the world, but it's like, you know, like how many months leading up to these, you know, what is the word? Oh, 'cause I can't think of the word. Seismic, but I don't know if that's the proper word that's trying to speak out of my mouth. Like for months we've had, you know, maybe, I don't know, is it a year or something now? Like Donald Trump's been in, all this negative energy has been like fed into like, oh my god, I can't believe he's like president and now he's causing all this shit, and you know, like as a collective, how much energy, negative fucking energy has gone into that, right? And when I just read Elizabeth Peru's post that just came up before I logged on, you know, about our thoughts and our feelings and our, as a human, affecting the weather, like, you know, we are creating such, right? And I just was just like, well, look at, you know, what does it say? It's the largest hurricane in history or some shit, right? Well, how much fucking negative energy have we been as a collective, you know, focusing on the bad side of Donald Trump, for example? Like, fuck knows what else have been focusing on that's negative, but that's been a big spike recently, would you not agree? In you know, our collective as a humanity doing that, right? I don't know, tell me your thoughts on that. Let me know what you're thinking about that, because that just came through and I was like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? So it's kind of now more than ever, you know, important to, you know, really kind of be mindful of our thoughts, feelings, energy, and where we're kind of focusing most of our time, energy. You know, it's not about denying what's going on in the world, and I say that all the time. We can definitely check in and randomly watch the news if we feel called to, but you know, most of our time, where are we spending our time, energy? What are we focusing on most of the time? What are we doing most of the time? What is the feeling we're feeling most of the time? Because this is what is creating our atmosphere. This is what is creating, you know, our being, like our world, right? Hey, how do you say that, Nick? Oh, you're in Jackson. Thanks for sharing that. I'm just checking how you pronounce your name. Is it Nikisha or Nikisha? So yeah, like, appreciate letting me know where you're from. Love having people around the world join me live. It's awesome. Yeah, so it is really that, you know, just being mindful. So Nikisha. Ah, I love it. That's a beautiful name. So, yeah, so just, like, be mindful and, you know, like, I don't know, like, I didn't know I was gonna say that on live stream, but it just makes sense, right? Hey, Perla. And, yeah, so, and, you know, I wanted to say, you know, like, can you just let it be? Like, can you let it be, yeah? Like, anything, can you just let it be? So if you just joined this live stream, I was just speaking about how our energy and mindset as a collective towards Donald Trump has, you know, kind of affected and, you know, contributed to the largest hurricane in history going through the United States at the moment. So if you're curious about that, you can watch this out of this live stream. I just got goosebumps saying that. It's you know, it just came streaming through when I just spoke about that. So yeah, so can you just let it be is something I wanted to kind of, I guess, speak to. And if you'd like me to pull a card for you, let me know, because I'm gearing up to do cards for you today. So yeah, like, you know, with anything, you know, going on in your life, you know, can you let it be is like, can you be with it? So no matter if it's dark, light, you know, no matter where it is on the spectrum of emotions, like, can you just let it be? Like, can you accept where it is? You know, like, can you let it be? Like, as a being, we are being present, which means being present with all that is. Doesn't matter what it is, looks like, all that sort of thing. It's being present with the whole spectrum. So it's just a question to ask yourself, you know, something's on your mind and you're like, blah, 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 like, you know, whatever it is, like, can you ask yourself the question, can I let it be? Can I let it be? Can I let it be? Or, you know, if you answer that, you're like, well, no, I can't let it go. Ask yourself, you know, like, how can I let it be? How can I be with this? How can I be with this? Or can I let this be? Yeah, because that, thanks for the love hearts, guys. Love it. So it's just like, yeah, like being with the whole thing, you know, can we be with it no matter what it looks like, because the beingness is your heart, because we're present in that moment and that beingness encompasses everything. Yeah. So Nikisha says, where the attention goes, energy flows. Yeah, and it's so much, you know, like, it only just dawned on me, you know, like, before I logged in about, you know, like, the energy as a collective we've had, you know, not all of us, but as a collective, the energy towards Donald Trump is in particular is what's come to mind, you know, since he's been elected into presidency. You know, like, it's just been so negative, and now we've, like, manifested the largest hurricane in history. Like, you know, like, if we don't start kind of seeing these patterns and taking responsibility for these sorts of things, like, you know, the end of the destruction is fucking coming, right? So it's time more than ever now to take responsibility and be with the whole thing, rather than projecting, you know, onto other people without taking responsibility and looking within first. Yeah, I don't know how many live streams I've done and other leaders that I know have spoken on Donald Trump and, you know, the power that he has as a leader. And, you know, of course he got elected into presidency because everyone was fucking focusing on him. Whether it's negative or positive, if you're focusing on it, it's going to fucking manifest, right? Alright, so does anyone want a card today? Anyone like a card? And if you've got any thoughts on what I just said, please comment below. I want to know what your thoughts are. Nikisha says, takeaway, it's only power. Your attention. Yes, 100%. 100%. So, pretty much says it all, right? Sure thing, Nelly. Where your attention goes, energy flows. And it's hard when, you know, like, we can't let something go. And that came up again today. I'm going to share that article. I've shared it so many times, but it's, you know, the most common question I get asked is, you know, how do I let go of a relationship? Or you can apply it to anything. How do I let go of anything, basically? I just put that article in there. If you haven't read it, I wrote it a little while ago. Alright, so this one is for Nelly. Oops, that's yours. Alright, Nelly. It's the Parents card. So I'm curious if you've been doing some healing around that or not, is what it feels like. That there, she's like got a tambourine thing. But from here, it looks like a piece of gold. I was like, what is that? And it's actually a tambourine, music tambourine. But it looks like a gold coin. And I'm wondering what the gold nugget is that you've taken away from your parents, from the relationship with your parents. Is the message that I'm getting for you. You don't have to tell me, obviously. I'm on live stream if you don't want to, but that's the kind of message that I was getting for you, yeah? What's the gift in the relationship that you've had or are having with your parents, yeah? Is what I'm sharing for you, the message I'm getting for you to take or to delve into, yeah? All right, Nikisha, here is a card for you all. This one. Oh, I just shuffled that again and it jumped out. Okay, we've got parent threads running today on this live stream. So if you're watching this live stream, take note because I just shuffled that and the same freaking card came out. You just saw me shuffle that. All right, so what is the message for Nikisha? Okay, I'm getting some base chakra trust stuff with you for you, Nikisha. Curious what the sort of relationship is that you have with your parents. Again, you don't have to share that, but I'm getting stuff around base chakra, so feeling safe, security, finances. What did I just say though? Trust. So I'm curious what the relationship is that you have and how much, I don't know if it's how much you trust them. It's more about, I wonder if it's the trust in self and the safety that you feel in yourself and being kind of in that space of, it's almost like, and I don't know, I don't know you or your history, and I'm curious about the, like wanting a relationship with them. So I'm curious what sort of relationship, if you speak to them or not. And it's almost like wanting a relationship with them, but not feeling safe enough to fully open to be you to them or even to trust them, or there's something going on with trust there. And I'm curious if that's like an actual physical thing, like a physical relationship trust stuff, or whether it relates to the inner relationship you've got as your, like, you know, your inner parent, so your inner self, and then the relationship that you've got within yourself around trusting yourself and your intuition because of the inner parent relationship, yeah, if that makes sense. So if you need further help with that, I'm happy to private message about that. If you don't want to share on live stream, I understand. Trust issues with Ma. Trust issues with Ma, I want one. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's, yeah, thanks for sharing that. So looking at obviously healing the feminine, healing, you know, that sort of thing. That is an inner mother meditation that I do have. I can private message that to you if you like. In my course, Trust the Intuition, go into all family healing, family dynamic healing, in all of that as well. So I'm happy to chat more about that. So yeah, really working on that for yourself. And I'm curious how you are with trusting yourself and your intuition around that too, because when we don't have those kind of solid relationships, it's a bit tricky to trust ourselves or believe in ourselves and that sort of thing. You're very welcome, Nikisha. So Nellie says, yes, I've recently learnt that my bad parents taught me how to be a good parent and want my children to have way better than I did. Yeah, okay, awesome. So that's an awesome gift to have out of that. And then, yeah, stepping up to do and be that. And then I'm also hearing for you about that too. Next step is work on forgiveness. And it's not necessarily, you know, it's hard to forgive people. But if we can look at it as though forgiving a part of ourselves. So you've got the tools in the Trust Intuition course in the family healing to, you know, work on that within yourself, so the family healing within yourself. Then as a deeper shadow healing, work on it as you're forgiving yourself. So you're forgiving them, but it's you, if that makes sense, because they're a reflection of you, yeah? So that's what was coming through for you there. For sure, Cass. So let me know where you are from around the world. There's lots of people here from around the world today. Let me know. Love hearing where you are. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know where you are too. All right, I'm just checking I haven't missed anyone with these comments. So, where are we? I just want to do them in order. And if you just joined and you missed the start of my live stream, you want to check it out once I get off, because I spoke about the largest hurricane in history, Hurricane Irma, and how we have created that with our collective negativity towards Donald Trump for the however long it's been going on. All right, so Cass, I think you were next there. Okay, so Cass is from Nova Scotia, Canada. Thank you. There was someone else who said they wanted a card. I thought I saw Tammy have a comment there, but I can't see it now for some reason. Okay, getting this stuff happening. It's so weird it just went past or something. Oh yeah, Tammy did say that. Okay. Oh, and Kylie. Yes, okay, sweet. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel right. Okay. So I am getting to them in order. Okay, so Kylie, flower deck for you. Let's see what we've got. There's heaps of cards there. Not just one. This one. Okay. Alright, so take time for yourself, Kylie. Where is that? The tulip, take time for yourself. It's not focusing. It was important to see it. Look how cupping that is and holding you, yeah? Pretty straightforward it is. Take time for yourself. Enjoy relaxation activities that nurture your soul. I'm specifically getting the message for you to take retreat or respite from a situation that's on your mind. Situation or relationship or issue or whatever's on your mind. Step back from it for a bit. Getting issues of the heart with the green jumping out there, so heart chakra. So pretty self-explanatory there, but I'm getting it specifically around a specific issue, topic that's been on your mind. Just step back for a while, focus on yourself. Take time for yourself, yeah, is your message. All right, so Tammy, two pulled out there. So very obvious chakras, the base chakra and the solar plexus. So finances is on top of the heart, interestingly enough. So financial healing and open the heart. So it feels like the block around finances is because of the heart blockage, yeah? So work on opening this and this will flow again. And that's a big trust thing too, yeah? Isn't it interesting? This is like heart chakra. I just got all those chakras confused then, but not, because the red is base chakra, this is solar plexus because of the yellow, but this is financial healing, which is base chakra, and this is base chakra color, but the heart is green ultimately, and opening that rose. So definitely, if that makes sense there. I know you just did the internal compass. The heart chakra meditation, I'm pretty sure, is in the... I don't know if that's in trusted intuition or not. I'll have to check that for you. But yeah, if that makes sense for you, Tammy. You're very welcome, Kylie. You're very welcome. How pretty are those cards too anyway, hey? Look so pretty. So yeah, the blockage around the finances is because of the heart blockage. When you open the heart, the finances will flow again because it's all coming down, yeah? Open the heart, let the energy flow all the way through. Is the message for you, Tammy? All right, anybody else? Oh yes, happy birthday, Tammy. It is Tammy's birthday. Everyone can say happy birthday to Tammy. Send her lots of love. I love Tammy. Okay, I think Cass, you were next. Okay. All right, Cass. And Nellie says she's now seeing it as a gift. Yeah, it takes a while for us to get to that gift part. Takes what it takes. It's a process, especially when we're working through grief and, you know, relationship. It's a process, yeah? It doesn't matter how long or short it takes. It's a process, and it's being okay with that process. It's like my live stream title, Can You Let It Be? Yeah? All right, Cass. Oh, 2 cards come out for you. Now, interesting. I don't know if it was you last time, Cass, that I pulled a card for. And it was about the children's card. And you said you didn't have any children. Please let me know if I'm being mistaken, because I've just pulled out the pregnancy card for you. And the assertiveness. Very similar colours to what we just had for Tammy there. And I have a feeling that you don't have kids. So just let me know that. I'll just wait for the comment to come through. Tammy says, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That's a great message for me today. Thanks, lovely. Ah, yeah, you're welcome on your birthday. Special one. Open your heart. Feel safe to open your heart too, yeah? Because in our base chakra to be open and flowing, we need to be able to feel safe, yeah? It's a big message I got today, actually. Yeah, no children that you know of, Cass. It's so funny that's happened again. So just on the safety thing, so the first two cards I pulled out for people on this live stream were both the parents card, and then I was picking up the message around trust and feeling safe. And if we don't feel safe, we're going to be vibrating fear of some shape or form, rather than safety and love, which is a very peace and, you know, very different full vibration that nothing can harm you. And if we look at the current state of the world, we're in a lot of this. So when we are feeling that, you know, and if I look at the parents card and the big picture message, it's like if our parents, our real parents, are Mother Earth and Father Sun or nature or whatever like that, or our creator even, it's about healing the relationship that we have with our parents as a human being, as our internal parents, our internal self-talk inside of us, as, you know, nature, and healing the relationship that we have for the earth and caring about the earth or not, and, you know, allowing that to shift the atmosphere and, you know, and heal the world basically. So, you know, when we can step into that trust and vibrate differently, love rather than fear, which actually, by the way, I did a interview on Thursday. You might have seen it already. I posted on there, Enlightenment, the Activation of Love or Fear. So I'll post a link to that in the comments too, if that draws you to speak, you know, to talk about the love vibration or the fear vibration in more depth too. Which, by the way, talking about heart and base and trusting and, you know, can you let it be, is allowing yourself to be with all the emotions, like I said, and, you know, and in that is being with fear too, yeah? So if you are feeling scared about a situation, if there is something that you're unsure of and you can't let go of, like, can you be with all of that, but come from here with your heart and expand it in or underneath the fear, and hold yourself in that, yeah? Keep it, you know, let yourself feel it, but keep expanding the heart to hold it, because the heart transforms it, yeah? Okay, I'm blabbing. All right, back to you, Cass. All right, curious, because last time I pulled the kids card out for you, or whatever it was. But when the pregnancy card comes up, it can mean like new situations in your life. So, and obviously it's like a 9-10 month cycle for pregnancy. So kind of, you know, look at where you are right now, look at the past kind of 9 or 10 months. But also, you know, like if we're talking a pregnancy duration, you know, not a physical baby, obviously you're a man and you don't have kids, but I'm talking for projects or situations in your life that have just been birthed, right? So if you look at over the past few months, up to 10 months back in your past, and where a kind of key point stands out to you of a big life change of some sort, and from that moment, that's your 9-month pregnancy gestation, is the message that I'm getting for you. And with the assertiveness card, it is stand up for what you believe in, and only say yes if you really want to. So it is that sense of, you know, being assertive and believing and trusting in what is right for you, and that big life change that just occurred wherever it is that I just mentioned. And, you know, kind of like being really clear in your boundaries for the next 9-10 months from that point, getting clear in yourself, what is it that you want, where are you going in your life, all that sort of thing is the message that I'm getting for you there around that, yeah? If that helps you. And that message of trust, as I got interrupted talking about that in the middle of me talking about your reading to Cass, is very much very noteworthy cause for the situation for you too, in trusting and that parent healing and all that relationship healing too. All right. So does anyone else want any cards? Because if that's all, I'm going to jump off the live stream. I've got more filming to do. All right. Okay. How's Cascade was amazing. You're such an awesome reader. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. Yes, I only want to say yes if I want to. Yay! Thanks for that. Appreciate those comments. It's pretty cool. I love that. Thank you for that feedback. Makes my heart feel warm. Alright, so if nobody wants any more cards or anything else to say, like I said, if you just watched the live stream or you just joined, go and watch the restart, like just the first couple of minutes they started talking about it, about Hurricane Irma and how we've created that as a collective consciousness for the past however long we've been beating up on Donald Trump. Really kind of goosebumps just covered me just then. Really powerful concept that just came through. Randomly, didn't even think about it until I jumped on live stream. So if that interests you, go and check it out. I'm still covered in goosebumps about that. Seems really fucking important. So I will love you and leave you. Please comment below if you're watching the live stream. I'm happy to hear your questions, your answers, or just say hi and let me know whereabouts in the world you are from. It's scary. Yeah, yes and no, Nelly. And, you know, there's a big kind of, you know, thing. Thanks, Cass. You are a true intuitive healer guide. Yay, thank you. Means a lot. Still covered in goosebumps because, Nelly, you saying that it's scary is really relevant to pretty much what I just said about the parents and the trust and the safety and the feeling that we've been getting, you know, like, so I really appreciate you saying that, Nelly, like just a normal comment, because that's the kind of, you know, sense that that's where this is in the world and where we're vibrating at and where we need to be vibrating at, yeah? So I shared it in my private group, but I'm going to share it publicly. Oh no, maybe I did share it publicly. The thing that I got sent the other day that was like, oh yeah, about keeping our thoughts more than ever, you know, like now, you know, like focus on what we want and what we're contributing to society, you know, and the responsibility we have as, you know, just a human being, let alone a light worker or a healer or whatever you want to call yourself. So yeah, really important to keep our focus there. So thanks, Nelly. Yeah, our world is very fragile, and you know, I might even put the link in the comments. I'll do it now as I'm speaking, because that, you know, that channeling is what it was, that the guy channeled through a what was it, a hypnosis, and it kind of confirmed a lot of things. You know, I've read a lot of that sort of stuff for a long time, you know, but the man pierces the veil. That's what it's freaking called. Okay, so a man pierces the veil and witnesses the coming shift to a new earth. So, you know, and it's going to take a lot, you know, if we look at, you know, like I said, if you just joined this live stream, you want to go and watch the start, it'll make more sense. But, you know, if we look at what's actually going on in the world and the, you know, like that amount of fear consciousness and the collective and what it's actually done, creating the friggin' biggest, largest fucking hurricane in the world. I don't care if you want to blame government bodies and radar, bloomin' blips, and they're fucking with the weather systems and all that sort of shit. The most powerful thing on this fucking planet is here. And as millions of us, billions of us around the world are here, instead of here, we're creating all this, right? And so holding that love vibration there, and like I said, you know, in this live stream, can you let it be? Can you be with yourself? Because then you can be with the world. Yes, the world's fragile, and that link that I just shared, the man pierces the veil, it's like that makes you realize how fragile the world is. You know, like whatever's going to happen in the world and the planet has been spoken about for eons, right? And it's just a cycle. Like you might have heard that the governments, well, especially in Australia, like, what do they say, claiming carbon tax and all this shit and the global warming and all this sort of bullshit. It's kind of like, it is bullshit, because the world and the earth has had thousands upon thousands of cycles where I mean, like what happened to the dinosaurs, right? Like shit happens, yeah, over thousands and thousands of years. And all this stuff is also happening at the same time. So, you know, when we look at, you know, yes, our world is fragile, but when we can start feeling more peace in our heart and within ourselves, that's going to vibrate out. And tapping into that, like, yeah, there's going to be a big natural disaster, even probably bigger than Hurricane Irma. Who fucking knows, right? Some people are even predicting this sort of shit, yeah? I see it on Facebook, and they predicted the hurricane, and it's fucking here, you know, like well before it even came on weather systems. So it's like, you know, being mindful that, you know, what we're doing as a collective does have an impact on our current planet. So the more that we can work on inside of ourselves and vibrate that, and it's the ripple effect, yeah? You throw the pebble in the pond, it ripples out. So when we work on here, then that's what, yeah, ice ages are coming. Winter is coming. Who's watching Game of Thrones now? It's pretty much like that, right? So it is like this, you know, what you're feeling most of the time is what's most important, yeah? How are you contributing to humanity? How are you, you know, stepping up in the world, in your life, right? Because it all starts here within you, and being kind to you, because then that's what you're vibrating to the world is love instead of fear and hatred, which all begins within, yeah? So, you know, and Nelly, you know, like be with your sense of how fragile the world is, and you know, and like I heard about Hurricane Irma, and my auntie lives in Tampa, Florida, so she's right in the fucking middle of it. And I spoke to her this morning, and it's just, you know, it is that, like, reality hit me about it yesterday and this morning, starting to see images coming through and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh, you know, like, you know, big things are happening, and big things are going to come into the world, and it is really getting in a sense of, you know, like trusting that what you're intuitively being called to step up and do in every single moment in your every single day is affecting and creating and guiding the way that we are moving as humanity, yeah? So do your bit, take responsibility, and love more than you hate, yeah? Love, love, love. Let's all focus on the reality of love, is that love holds everything, and love can transform everything, but it takes a powerful being, well, we're all powerful beings, it takes a conscious choice to tap in and choose the love space rather than the fear. And it also is a muscle that we need to go to the gym for and practice holding that love space rather than fear. Yeah? Love, yes. Give me some love hearts if you are all for love. Be careful not to polarize everything the media projects. I fucking spoke about this in my blog this morning, yeah? About believing everything that you see. Yes, love hearts. Thank you, everybody. Everyone is for love, yes. So I spoke about that in my blog this morning, about, you know, what you see in the media, what's being, you know, on social media, all that stuff, and to not take it at face value and to tune in with your heart about the reality of the situation, what's going on behind closed doors in every situation, yeah? Have a little bit of compassion instead of judgment, because that judgment is what has just caused that hurricane. And as a collective, the less we can be here and more here, that's what's going to shift. That's what's going to save you, yeah, when the winter is coming, so to speak. So, if you haven't read my blog this morning, go and check that out. And on the 21st September, Calling in Your Soulmate is synchronicity, because I didn't read your blog. Ah, there we go. It's in the atmosphere. Yep. So, yeah, go and check that out. If it calls you, of course, don't have to. And yeah, so on the 21st September, Calling in Your Soulmate is opening again. So the early bird is open now, and that closes soon. So if you, thanks, Catherine. If you are called to really working on your shit, to owning your shit, to being more honest with yourself and the world, to be in a state of more open-mindedness with yourself and the world, to be more willing, yeah, about facing your shit, owning your shit, doing something about it with you and the world. If you are wanting to be and learn more forgiveness and how you do that with yourself and the world, if you're wanting to have a more unity consciousness with yourself and the world, if you're wanting to learn how to be disciplined so you can turn the fuck up with all those 5, if you want to be in more love and radiate more love, if you want to take responsibility for your shit and the planet's, if you want to be in more love, I said love, I missed one, have more faith, yeah? Have more faith and trust in yourself that what you're doing is correct for you and the world. If you want to learn how to be more whole, so you can really hold the whole. If you want to learn to heal through joy, not pain, because that's what the planet needs, more joy, not fucking pain and negativity. And if you want to be a being of peace, this is what the basis of calling in your soulmate is based on in the sacral chakra, because we are finding ways to relate to all these things with those principles. So that is in the calling in your soulmate, that is sacral chakra, that is where we're nourished, because now more than ever the planet needs us to be nourished at our core, not coming from an empty vibrating fear space like I've been talking about this whole live stream, but that love, yeah? It's a slower, gentler vibration. We want to hold that for the all of humanity. So I'll post a link to the comments, in the comments to the Calling in Your Soulmate. Like I said, early bird is open now, but it closes soon. So you want to get in there. Like I said, if you only just joined this live stream, you want to go and watch the start, because it streamed through me about how we as a collective have created the largest hurricane in history through our collective conscious negativity towards Donald Trump for this entire however long he's been in presidency. So I will love you and leave you so you can go and check that out. Remember, keep it real. Lots of love. Namaste.